Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to the Mixer, and today I'm going to be talking about something that I think many of you already saw coming because I've been doing a lot of NBA 2K21 gameplays, you know. I'm playing some b-ball up in the cut, dog, you know, backing up my swag and number getting. I don't know why I'm talking like a gangster, that's just cringy. But anyway, I'm going to leave a link to the playlist right up here. I think at this one I have quite a few videos there for you guys to watch, you know. And today I'm going to be talking about somebody who I consider to be a very good player. He's one of my personal favorites, you know, still active in the NBA today. I do consider him to be one of the greatest players of all time, but very down low on the list, you know, not too high up there. LeBron Ramon James Sr. You know, I don't know why senior. I guess it's like, I mean, I guess maybe his son is named the same thing or just whatever. But anyway, so the thing with LeBron is that he is a phenomenal player. You know, I'm pretty sure you guys know who he is at this point, you know. And I mean, the thing with LeBron is that well, what can I really say about him, you know, because I mean, he is such a good player, so admired, but at the same time so controversial, you know. He's really controversial because he does a few things that we don't too bad, you know. There was this thing in his career called The Decision, you know, which he actually moved from the Cleveland Cavaliers to the Miami Heat, you know, after not winning any titles. So it was a frustrating time in his career, to say the least, you know. But I'm going to be talking about him today in a very different capacity than I normally do, because he is the one player who is still active today. I have done a video in the past about Michael Jordan, you know, and I have also done one that I'm actually very proud of. I love this video, the top 10 best basketball players of all time. Please go watch that later if you can, because it would really mean a lot to me if you did, because I love that video so much. But anyway, I'm going to be talking about LeBron in a more broad sense, you know. But before I actually do, let me read some of you guys some random statistics about him, you know. Now, he is the only player who to have won different NBA championships with 3 different franchises, which was the Cavaliers, the Heat, and the Los Angeles Lakers, where he is today. As NBA Finals MVP as well. And also he has competed in 10 NBA Finals, 8 of them being consecutive with the Heat and the Cavaliers, you know, from 2011 to 2018. And his accomplishments include, here we go, 4 NBA championships, 4 NBA MVP awards, 4 NBA Finals MVP awards, what is with the damn 4s, and 2 Olympic gold medals. And throughout his 17-year career so far, he holds the record for all-time playoff points, you know. He's 3rd in all-time points, 8th in career assists, you know, and he has been selected to the All-NBA team a record 17 freaking times, you know. And he made the NBA All-Defensive First Team 5 different times. And he has been named an All-Star, my God, 17 freaking times, guys. Which includes 3 All-Star MVP selections, okay? Now, LeBron is, let me see if I can, okay, so here we go. So he played in the Cavaliers from 2003 to 2010. He was actually drafted in the first round, the first pick overall in the Cavaliers. Then he played there until 2010, where he left to go to the Miami Heat until 2014. And then he played there for 4 years, you know, until 2018. No, sorry. He left the Heat in 2014 to play 4 years in the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then in 2018, he came to my team, the Lakers, where he still is today. And the thing with LeBron is that, let me get into a little bit of the player profile here now.
LeBron asking for it on Durant.
That's a clear out.
Around him. Oh! Oh!
So the thing with LeBron is that he is an all-around good player, you know. He's really good at doing pretty much anything that you can imagine on the court, you know. The verdict is out on if he could shoot better three-pointers than Michael Jordan. You know, Jordan was notorious for not being a very good three-point shot, you know, a three-point shooter, sorry. LeBron has scored quite a few threes in his career, even a few deep threes here and there, you know. So I do consider him to be a little better from three-point range than Jordan, you know. And there's always been a lot of bickering between which one of them is better, you know, whether you're going to root for Jordan or LeBron, you know. Obviously Jordan is better, you know, even though LeBron does have more points than him, if points actually matter, because Michael Jordan finished his career with a little over 32,000 points, and LeBron James right now is sitting over 35,000 points. So I mean, it is rebounds and assists, probably has a few more too. But the thing is that LeBron is playing basketball in an age where everything is much more different than back when Jordan played, you know. It's much more offensive and defensive at the same time. The game is much more dynamic, and it seems to be even a little faster. sometimes, you know, or also slower depending on how you're looking at it. So, but the thing with LeBron is that he is a monster on defense, you know, because the guy has probably more blocks in his career than any player who I've seen since I started playing the NBA, started watching NBA, you know. LeBron is the kind of player who might, maybe he's going to try to go for a layup and miss it and lose the ball. The other team is going to gain possession and play it out for a fast break, you know, to get into the ball on their court. And LeBron is going to run all the way from his end of the court to the other and actually smack the ball out of the player's hand before he can dunk it in. So he is really good with blocking, you know, and he's really fast. And I would say that most of his highlights came from his days playing in the Heat or the Cavaliers. It really depends, you know, because he had a very good performance, you know, on all of them. He did win titles with each of them, you know, but I still think that he kind of made a name for himself more in the Heat than the Cavaliers. But that is based on what I see on videos on YouTube, you know, and reading up about him. You know, it seems like he made more of a name for himself in the Heat than the Cavaliers. But some people think that he played better in the Cavaliers, you know, so it really comes down to personal opinion. Like, I could say that his best career, his best position so far is in the Lakers because that is my team. I see him there, but unfortunately, when I started watching the Lakers games, you know, he was already like, whenever I would watch a game, you know, he would be playing, but it was rare to happen, you know, because the games happen so late here where I live. But when I started actually watching the Lakers and following them before the playoffs, before we were eliminated, LeBron and Anthony Davis as well, his partner, they were out because of injuries, so I didn't really see too much of him playing. When I did see him come back, he sucked. So I guess I didn't really live his golden era in the Lakers so far yet, you know. But when I go over replays, you know, when I watch videos on YouTube or NBA, ESPN highlights, you know, it seems like LeBron had many monstrous moments throughout his career, you know. So I think that because of this, I would definitely consider him to be right now in his prime. You know, he's at the peak of his career, and hopefully he can bounce back. He did win the NBA Finals, I believe it was last year, the year before, 2018 or 19, you know. It was basically what made me want to follow the Lakers in the first place, you know. LeBron was on fire, man, you know. You can just go on YouTube and check out the highlights from his season there because, oh my God, the dude was just, he was unbound.
Bad pass by Curry, stolen by James. Iguodala's back, and James throws it right down in his face. A thunderous dunk from LeBron James.
Wow. He turned that one over.
Okay, so a random tidbit of info here for you guys before I continue. Check this out. In 2016, while playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers, he actually led them to victory over the Golden State Warriors, you know, in the NBA Finals by coming back from a 3-1 deficit, you know. And then it was actually the first championship that the Warriors had won. The first championship that the Cavaliers had won in 52 years, you know, because they were going to a 52-year professional sports title drought, you know. So after over 5 decades, because of LeBron, they finally won an NBA championship, you know, and so it was really crazy. And then after he signed with the Lakers, you know, he was so here we go. He won the 2020 championship. So it really was the last one. I was going too far back ahead. I'm thinking about NBA Live 19 or something, you know, and his 4th Finals MVP. Now in 2021, this year, you know, it doesn't say specifically when, but sometime this year, LeBron actually became the first player in NBA history to accumulate $1 billion in earnings as an active player. You guys might be thinking, but isn't Jordan richer? Yes, he is. He has much more money, but this is just in basketball, you know, because Michael Jordan, I think, made more money outside of basketball than inside of it, you know, with his endorsement deals, you know, and you know, his shoe brand, all of the things that he did, the investments that he made him out to be a very rich player, you know. But inside the game, LeBron is unparalleled, you know, $1 billion just as a player. And off the court, he has also more wealth and fame, you know, from numerous endorsements. But here's the thing. He's also been featured in books, documentaries. There's a Space Jam sequel coming out, you know. Actually, no, I think it is already out. I just haven't seen it yet. I hope nobody gives me spoilers because I want to watch it and review it later, you know. And so, wow, I didn't know this. He has been a part-time owner of Liverpool, the soccer or football club, since 2011. Wow, didn't know that at all. But anyway, so the thing is that LeBron, now getting into the more controversial side of it, Some people consider LeBron James to be even better than Michael Jordan. I disagree. Let me explain why. Now, this generation right now, the current generation of people who are watching basketball, they are going to look up to LeBron. They're going to see him as an idol and an icon, you know. So to them, he is the best player because he's the best they have seen, you know. There are some younger kids who probably never even heard of Michael Jordan, or even if they heard of him, they obviously never saw him play, you know. Me being, I'm in my late 20s, and I was born in the early 90s when Jordan was still huge, but I didn't really know too much about him. I'd only got into basketball recently, but I can definitely put my research into it, you know, and I know I can recognize that Jordan was the best, you know. The best that I personally have seen play, obviously, is LeBron. You know, he is kind of like the Jordan of my generation, but at the same time, I still do consider Jordan to be vastly above him, you know. But for us to actually have an actual opinion on this, let's wait for LeBron to retire, you know, because it's really easy to put these guys up against each other when one of them is still competing, you know. Let's wait for LeBron to retire, and then it'll be easier to actually have an opinion, you know, because I mean, LeBron is obviously going to surpass Jordan in a few statistics here, you know, points, rebounds, assists. You know, he might win more titles. I don't know if he already has, but no, I think he won 4 titles, right? It's funny because I literally just said it and I forgot about it. Let me just make sure, okay, so I don't say anything wrong. So yeah, LeBron right now has 4 NBA championships, and so 4 rings, and Jordan had 6, you know. Titles don't determine everything, because if they did, Bill Russell would be the best. I mean, the guy has 11 damn rings, you know. But let's just see. If LeBron manages to tie, you know, with 6 rings, and maybe even get 7 or more, you know, at the end of his career, we'll be able to debate this a little better. But for now, the verdict is out, man. It's just a matter of personal opinion, you know. But I honestly think Jordan is much better. I think Jordan is much better, you know. If LeBron could ever surpass Jordan, I don't think so. Even if he does go further in his career as a player, Jordan had a much bigger impact on the game, you know. It's because of Michael Jordan that basketball became so popular around the world, you know. So you really can't, like, even if you become better than Jordan on paper, you will not become better than him in terms of legacy. So there you go.
And the level of commitment that this guy has shown. Let me shut up.
James off the steal. James with the stuff.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Briime.
Well, that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed me talking about LeBron. It's really nice to take a step back from my regular vlogs and do these little player profile things, you know, every now and again. I do that for different sports, you know. I've done Ayrton Senna, I've done a few soccer and football players, you know, and I'm going to do basketball now. It's going to be really fun. I hope you guys enjoy these videos. I'm sorry if I'm rushing. It's because my battery is low and I got to get this done so I can actually get my outro finished here. So anyway, if you guys happen to like this video, then please give it a like and consider subscribing to my channel because I release videos every single day, okay? And also hit the notification button to know exactly what time of the day I'm going to be uploading, because I do that completely at random, alright? So I'm just going to try to beat my battery here. And let me know what you guys think about LeBron, you know. Shout out in the comments below telling me who you think is better, you know, LeBron or Jordan. But if you don't say Jordan, you're going to get yourself a little dislike from me, okay? And that's it. Please watch my NBA 2K21 videos. Those gameplays are so cool and I'm really proud of how they're turning out. And I hope you guys like them, even if you're not a fan of basketball, okay? So that's it, guys. This is Chazzy signing out for now. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Roll the outro screen.